Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Guddan was how Shanti finally leaves the Jindal's house, and before she leaves, she apologized to Guddan and she finally accepted Guddan. Then Guddan and AJ decided to find out the real culprit who tried to burn Durga and put the blame on Guddan. So they got the proof and they decided to use the proof to search for the culprit. So let's continue. Guddan and AJ started searching for the burqa that the person that tried to burn Durga wear, and they begin to search in everyone's room. Guddan feels awkward to look for the proofs in the rooms of her daughter-in-laws. A lady in burqa enters Parv's room. She ties Parv's hand and beats him very badly with a wooden rod. While the lady runs in the room, Guddan and AJ notice the lady and they go to check, but they get shocked to see that the person in burqa is Angad. AJ gets angry to know that Angad is the person wearing the burqa, but Guddan stops AJ because she still believes that Angad cannot try to kill Durga, and Guddan makes Akshat calm down, but AJ still decides to punish Angad. Guddan requests AJ to give her some time to find the real culprit because she feels that Angad may not be the one. AJ finally agrees. The next morning, Guddan is folding the saris kept on the table, and she decided to talk to Angad before AJ burst on Angad. Angad comes to Guddan. He takes Guddan to the room where he has already decorated the room to welcome Guddan back to the house. Guddan noticed some injury on Angad's forehead. Angad gives some fake reason. Before Guddan talked to Angad that she and AJ saw him in burqa, AJ also enters the room. AJ gets shocked to see the decoration in the room. Guddan handled the situation by appreciating Angad's effort in the decoration. AJ gets upset with Guddan because Guddan couldn't talk to Angad on the issue. Guddan again tries to make AJ understand that Angad is not the culprit, but AJ still doesn't believe her. Guddan gets tensed and she decided to do something as early as possible. In the meantime, Angad gets some smell of cake. He goes outside the room where he finds the cake. He identifies that it must be made by Revati. They share a romantic moment. Revati confirms whether Angad is fine. Revati feed cake to Angad. Parv sees it and he started spoiling their moment because he is jealous. Angad and Parv started fighting with each other for Revati. Revati gives a tight slap to Parv. She says that she and Angad are in love with each other and Parv should not interfere in their matter. Parv still keep on saying bad words about Revati. Angad gets very furious. He takes Parv's gun. Everyone comes to stop Angad as he is about to shoot Parv. AJ stops Angad. Revati reveals to everyone that she is in love with Angad. Everyone is shocked to know that. Durga taunts Guddan by saying that Revati is also trying to be a part of a rich family like the Jindals. Parv also fuels the issue by showing the video of Angad and Revati. AJ gives a tight slap to Parv. He bursts his anger on Parv for humiliating Revati. Durga asks Angad that why is he saying that he loves Revati now, because he had earlier said that he was in love with Guddan. Grandma still supports Angad. Revati apologized to Guddan for not sharing the fact earlier. Guddan also defends Angad in front of everyone and AJ goes upstairs. Saraswati also opposes about Revati marrying Angad, but Grandma gets very angry with Durga and Saraswati. Grandma clears the air that she has no problem if Angad and Revati love each other. Revati also again apologized to Guddan, but Guddan is happy and she accepts Revati's relationship with Angad. Parv gets angry and Guddan decided to find out the real culprit soon. Koshala comes to the Jindal's house with her husband for fixing Revati and Angad's alliance. Parv gets furious to see that. Guddan wonders as AJ doesn't come downstairs for the discussion, but Grandma accepts Revati and Angad's alliance. Saraswati and Durga are upset to see that Grandma accepted the alliance, but Durga still feels that AJ would have some other opinion on the issue. AJ comes downstairs. He stops Lakshmi from giving sweet to Guddan's father. He declares that he is not allowing the alliance, and this makes everyone shattered. There is a flashback where Durga remembers that AJ was not happy to know about Revati and Angad's relationship. After a while, people from the mental asylum comes there to take Angad with them. Guddan is shocked to see that AJ is sending Angad to the hospital. AJ made Guddan's father understand that Angad is mentally not stable, so he is not suitable for Revati. Saraswati and Durga are happy to see that AJ is not supporting Angad and Revati's relationship. Guddan tried to explain to AJ that Angad is innocent, but AJ shouted at Guddan because he still feels that Angad has taken revenge from Guddan by trying to set Durga on fire and putting the blame on Guddan. Angad gets sad to hear that AJ is accusing him of trying to kill Durga and also calling him mad. AJ also shows the broker that Angad had won last night to beat Parv. Guddan asks him to listen to her, but AJ is very clear that Angad is the real culprit. Angad explains to AJ that he is innocent, but AJ reminds Angad about the trap that he has made to marry Guddan earlier. Angad falls short on words. AJ says that he feels shame to have a brother like Angad. This hurt Angad a lot and he agrees to go to the mental asylum. Grandma requests AJ not to send Angad to the asylum, but AJ asks Angad to leave from the house and not to show his face ever. Guddan stops AJ from sending Angad to the asylum. She tells AJ that she believes that Angad is innocent and he cannot cheat with Revati, but AJ makes it clear to Guddan that he will not change his decision at any cost. Guddan again stops AJ, but AJ asks the hospital people to take Angad forcefully. Guddan tells AJ that he will lose his brother and also a friend like her if he sends Angad to the mental asylum, but AJ still doesn't listen to Guddan. Angad gets very devastated and he goes to the asylum. Guddan gets very angry with AJ and she tells him that she will never forgive him for his decision. After a while, Parv celebrates the news because there is fight between Guddan and AJ because of his plans. There is a flashback where Parv disguises himself as Guddan and he tries to burn Durga, so the real culprit is Parv and the flashback ends. Parv is happy because Angad couldn't marry Revati and Guddan got upset with AJ. In the meantime, AJ comes to meet Angad at the hospital. AJ tells Angad that it was him and Guddan's drama to accuse Angad and to send him to the asylum just to catch the real culprit. AJ tells Angad that they used him and they have found out that the real culprit is Parv. Guddan and Revati also comes there because it was all their plan to teach Parv a lesson. Angad expresses his gratitude to AJ for trusting him. AJ says thanks to Guddan for making him trust on Angad. Guddan decided to execute another plan so that they can catch Parv red-handed and expose him to the entire family. Seriously, I never even thought for once that it could be Parv. I was thinking it would be Shanti or maybe Durga. Maybe Durga is trying to plan on herself and then put the blame on Guddan. But at the end of the day, it turns out to be Parv. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, share it, and drop a comment if you can. And I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.